Shalom, Yasharala, Shabbat Shalom. Giving all praise and glory to the most high power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because he's worthy to be praised for everything. Shalom, my brother. Just a moment. Shalom. Shalom. We're going to wait for a few more people to come in. Bear with me. I'm trying to get some things together here. Time came up on me before I realized it. It's time to go live. Once we get in it, we're going to get in it. Bring it out. We're gonna be getting in these scriptures in just a moment. Hope everybody had a beautiful days of tabernacle and didn't let nobody get on their nerve. Some people don't know what that means as rejoicing. They so negative that they can't help it but to be negative. One way or another, they gotta find a way to be negative. And we gotta overcome this, especially during the high holy days. It's a time of rejoicing. We gotta rejoice and be happy. I mean, you could just be, blessed that you see another day closer to the kingdom. You know? That's why I think that we all should rejoice over the fact that we're here and we have our right mind to function. A lot of people don't have that, or they lost it within the depths of just trying to make it in their world. So I think we don't realize how blessed we are, and we take for granted the fact that just being able to wake up in the morning and able to have your right mind is so powerful and so glorious with the Most High that we have to consider His glorious power, omnipotence that He's given us for this great awakening in our time. Shalom, everyone. Giving all praise and glory to the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's worthy to be praised for everything. I say hallelujah to His glorious and holy name. Can't go wrong with the Most High. While Mashiach Yahushai, Bahashama Mashiach Yahushai. God, I hope everybody had, like I said, a joyous Feast of Tabernacles. I want to go into, I get this camera right. Bear with me. trying to get this camera right. I guess this. All right. As always, we're going to go into Colossians 3:17. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Give thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. So all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the Lord and Savior, who is Mashiach Yahushua. Give glory to the Most High and thanks to the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, worthy to be praised for everything. Our loyalty was glorious and holy name. Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. I want to look into, so I was going over last night somewhat the rewards, that we can look forward to in being obedient and the scriptures pertaining to, the Most High, because I don't think he's being brought out enough as we go through these last days and he's showing up and showing out. All these hurricanes and tornadoes in them, but people calling them, by other names besides him. So he's worthy to be praised for everything. He can give his glory, for real. Um, Trying to get my reader in here. Then to be obedient, obeying his voice. That's what he's saying. 1 Samuel 15:22. And Samuel said, have the Most High as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices. You know, so we did in the Old Testament. We sacrificed animals, goats and cows and bulls and turtle doves, pigeons and so forth, oxes. Have the Most High great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Most High. So we want to know, because we would know we're going to do wrong and then get the right animal or turtle dove or pigeon, whatever it took to be able to bring it to the priest for the atonement of our sins. Whereas, especially for sin, where if you did what the Most High would want us to do and keeping his commandments, his laws, You wouldn't have to be sacrificing. So everybody didn't have to sacrifice as such, because there were some of us that were righteous and follow what the Most High said. We follow the voice of the Most High. As we coming back to following his commandments today. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice. So to obey the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, there's moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws, and we had sacrificial laws here during the time of Samuel, the prophet. He says better to obey than to have to sacrifice. It's better to obey even now than have to pray to the Most High to ask for forgiveness for sins that you know you did. You did wrong. You know you broke the Most High's laws. He says better to obey. Obedience is very, very important because the Most High not playing. But people not really talking about him, don't really know him. I ask people, on the street with them, I ask again, something that the Spirit has brought me to ask. And that's, do you know the Most High? If I hand you the Bible, can you show me him? Most people said no. I just asked them, do they know? Most people said no. They were honest. In the spirit, once you in the spirit and you bringing forth this Bible representing him, he's going to make people react the way they're supposed to react, and whether they want to say it or not. This is the Most High we talk about. And on Mashiach Yahushai. I remember when I was dealing with Bahasham on Mashiach Yahushai. And I started going out, like we start with Colossians 2:17. And I started going out Bahasham on Mashiach Yahushai. And I remember being in Pasadena, Colorado Boulevard, wicked place that it is. And they come to represent Satan in my face. They said they come to represent Satan in my face for 2 years straight. And I remember when I learned Hamashiach, and I added Hamashiach with Yahushai, and I went out by Hashama Mashiach Yahushai instead of going to war. I went out with that spiritual power that's from the Most High and reaching the Most High through a Mashiach Yahushai. And I told him, I said, every one of you gonna bow down now, you're gonna bow down later, but you're gonna bow down to the Most High by Hashama Mashiach Yahushai. And I remember saying, bow down to the power of the Most High. And heads went like dominoes with witnesses. Boop, 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 with gnashing of teeth, like what scripture says. And this is spiritual. I have so many spiritual connections and to tell you, and many people that's like a miracle. That's like unbelievable. What he's saying, behold, to obey is better than sacrifice. To obey, when you're obedient, you don't have to go to the Most High all the time and ask for forgiveness. When you learn what's right and you do what's right, you live what's right, then there's no problem. You don't have to be concerned about that. Because you on the side with the Most High. But how you on the side with someone that you even talk about, you ain't in your conversation yourself or privately, whenever you praying to him, asking for whatever you want, and dealing with him as such. That's why he said to obey. To obey what? His commandments is better than sacrifice. And to hearken, to listen, than the fat of rams. Care about no fat of rams. He rather, like he said, he rather for us to be obedient. He rather for us to be obedient because he's telling you, if you're not obedient, you're no different. Salaki, are you in Yashamai?
Khan.
Okay. I want you to, where we at? We're in 1 Samuel 15 and 23. I want you to read 1 Samuel 15 and 23. Shalom out. And it's very important because he talked about, obeying him, obeying his voice. And these are the things that we have to look at that we didn't do and we haven't done. And it's about getting closer to him. He's the one that has redeemed us. Not no man, not no Yasharala, not Mashiach Yahushai, until the Most High tell Mashiach Yahushai to rise from his sitting on the right hand side of the Most High to come and judge and make war and set righteousness on this earth. Point blank. It's in the Most High's hand, period. The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. His name was changed to Israel. He became our forefather, which is Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. The 12 tribes of Israel. You know, that's who the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is forever and immortal to all generations. Point blank. Read verse 23.
Khan. It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15 and 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as the iniquity and idolatry.
Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected the word of the Most High, he hath also rejected thee from being king.
This is what he said to King Saul, because he gave him strict orders to take out Amalek and take out the king Ahab. He wasn't playing, man. But go to verse 3 so you understand what this is all about. But it's very important because the same example that he's given of our first king, Saul, is the same example that we have for ourselves as bringing us to the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of how to be and how not to be. Read verse 3. This is what Saul was told to do. Read that.
1 Samuel 15 and 3. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have, and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass.
Right. In other words, kill everything they have. Amalek is Esau's great grandson, his grandson. And you can read about him. Go to Genesis 36 and 8. Well, you read verse 8 and 9 first.
Genesis 36 and 8. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
So Esau is
These,
Edom. Esau is Edom, meaning red. You know, Esau dwelt in the mountain Seir, this mountainous area. And Esau is Edom, which means red. Now we're looking at Amalek. That's why we're here to show you who Amalek is. Read.
and these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir.
Right. So these are the generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites in Mount Seir, Mountain Seir. Right. So now read on.
These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, the son of Adah, the wife of Esau; Reuel, the son of Bashemath, the wife of Esau. And the sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, and Gotham, and Kenaz.
Right.
And
So
Timnah.
hold up, stop. And so it's letting you know that Esau in Mount Seir has sons. It's very important because the lineage come from the son. And Eliphaz, the son of Adah, the wife of Esau, is the one we're going to look at in verse 12. Let's read that.
Verse 12. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare to Eliphaz Amalek.
See?
These were
she bare to Eliphaz, Esau's son, Amalek. Keep this in mind because these are the people that are pretty much ruling the world today, call themselves Jewish. This their lineage from Esau and the Edomites, right? But they don't claim their lineage as the Edomites. Read that again, huh?
Verse 12. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare to Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adah, Esau's wife.
Right. So Eliphaz through Timnah bear Amalek. I just want to show you that this King Ahab, who was, and the whole nation is called Amalekites in the Bible. So when we go back to 1 Samuel 15, read verse 3 again. Now that you know that Amalek is the grandson of Esau, it's kind of like, because he named all the rest of the sons and the daughters, their wives and so forth. But then when Eliphaz got with Timnah, it was almost like, a woman that he had on the side of an illegitimate child. But there's a problem even in this world today with the fact that they disassociate themselves as being the Edomites, right? But read verse 3 again. 1 Samuel 15 and 3.
1 Samuel 15 and 3. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass.
Right. So he said pretty much destroy everything that they have, kill everything that they have. You know, pretty much that's what he's saying. Go ahead.
Verse 4. And Saul gathered the people
No, I
together.
I want you to read verse 6.
1 Samuel 15 and 6.
Now
And
Saul then came to the city of Amalek where they lived at. Now read on.
1 Samuel 15 and 6. And Saul said unto the Kenites, Go, depart, get you down from among the Amalekites, lest I destroy you with them. For ye show kindness to all the children of Israel when they came up out of Egypt. So the Kenites departed from among the Amalekites.
So the Kenites got away from, the Amalekites. You see, there it is right there. Amalekits, Amalekites. And this is what the KKK called them kites. It's nothing that I'm creating here. This is how they identify them, Amalekites. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And Saul smote the Amalekites from Havilah until thou comest to Shur, that is over against Egypt.
Right. So he started killing them, right? As he was told. Okay. Go ahead.
And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive, and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
But you see, he took the king, Ahab, the king of the Amalekites, alive. When the Most High told him in verse 3, now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. But see, this is how important it is for anyone to think in their wildest dreams that they don't have to follow what the Most High says. And we have a guideline here in this Bible, you see. But he gonna do what he want to do, how he want to do it. It don't work that way. It does not work that way. You see, he was told what to do, but he saved Ahab, the king of the Amalekites, alive. Verse 8 again.
Verse 8. And he took Agag, the king of the Amalekites, alive and utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword.
So you see what he said? He took Ahab, the king of the Amalekites, or Amalekites, whichever you prefer, alive. So he's already breaking the commandments, what the Most High told him to do already. And utterly destroyed all the people with the edge of the sword. Go ahead.
But Saul and the people spared Agag and the best of the sheep and of the oxen and of the fatlings and the lambs and all that was good, and would not utterly destroy them. But everything that was vile and refuse, that they destroyed utterly.
Now listen, the Most High said, get rid of everything, both man, woman, infant, babies, suckling, little babies just come out of the womb, ox and sheep and camel and ass, everything. He said, destroy everything. And he gonna save the fatlings and the lambs and whatever they determined is good. The Most High already determined that nothing is good. Nothing is good. Nothing is good. Y'all hear me? Nothing is good. He said, destroy all that they have. But here he is. And that's how it is. You know, it's like, that's why even with um others in the scriptures, the Most High told us, do this, and we go against it. Even though I look at now, I try and bring about um the spirit of the Most High to tell people what it is that is right from my, research and studies in the scriptures and the spirit of the Most High that I represented him while Mashiach Yahushai, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai, and people look at it like it's me. Like Saul was given clear instructions. That's why I read it twice. Clear instructions, destroy everything. Now, it's the reason why the Most High telling him to destroy everything. You can't just go on your own and people say, I'm in the spirit, I got the spirit, the Most High rolling with me. And he done said what he said in his Bible, and you going against what it says in the Bible. It don't matter because you don't know. That's why you have to deal with what it is that you learn. You learn it, you live it, and apply it in your life. And most people don't apply it in their life. They just, when the book is closed, they go back to their own way, like he's doing, and all his men are doing, and saving the oxen. Looking at, oh, they look pretty. They look, ooh, man, that's a lot of meat there. Sheep, the oxen, and the fattenings, and the lambs. He said all that was good. All that was good. It would not utterly destroy them. But everything that was vile and refuse, that they destroyed utterly. Read. Verse 10.
Verse 10. Then came the word of the Most High unto Samuel, saying, it repenteth me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he has turned back from following me, and have not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Most High all night.
So that's the only way that you have pity with the Most High, is crying to the Most High. So he looking at, hey, he know what's next. He know who he served. He know what's next. That's for Saul, right? Most High said repented him, he hated, he said he repented the fact that he made Saul king. That's a heavy statement. That's why Samuel was crying, grieved for Saul all night long, man. He cried all night long. And understand this. You better understand who it is that's crying. For all you macho and think you all that powerful, you ain't sat there and did the things that the priests back in the day, they chopped up. They ain't have no machines to chop up no animals. They chop it through bones and everything. Boom, they gotta go through bones of everything you see. Sheep, oxen, fatlings, everything. This is what they did. They had to do. Go ahead. That's why the
Verse
Most High said,
12.
repent to him. The set Saul up. This is our first king, Saul. Verse 11.
Verse 11. It repenteth me that I have set up Saul to be king, for he has turned back from following me and have not performed my commandments. And it grieved Samuel, and he cried unto the Most High all night.
You know that? The Most High have feelings. People act like the Most High do not have feelings. He have feelings, y'all. He have feelings. That's why I said he grieved him, repented him. The Most High repented. He felt sorry for himself that he had set Saul up to be king. Why? Because he turned away from following him. Read on.
Verse 12. And when Samuel rose up early to meet Saul in the morning, it was told Samuel, saying, Saul came to Carmel, and behold, he set him up a place, and is gone about, and passed on, and gone down to Gilgal.
Go ahead.
And Samuel came to Saul, and Saul said unto him, Blessed be thou of the Most High. I have performed the commandment of the Most High.
You see how he lied? You see how he straight lied? You can't lie to the prophet. You can't lie to the men of the Most High. You hear what he said? Blessed be thou, O man of the Most High, thou of the Most High. I have performed the commandment of the Most High. That's a lie. That's a lie. Go ahead.
Samuel said, What meaneth then this bleating of the sheep in mine ears, and the lowing of the oxen which I hear?
What is this I hear, man? I hear sheep and I hear the oxen. What we told you to destroy completely everything that they have. And here's what I hear. Read.
And Saul said, They have brought them from the Amalekites, for the people spared the best of the sheep and of the oxen to sacrifice unto the Most High thy power, and the rest we have utterly destroyed.
You see that? Is that what he was told to do? No, that's not what he was told to do. But that's what he gonna blame it on the people. He the king. All he has to do is say, destroy everything, including King Ahab. But no, verse 8, and he took Ahab, the king of the Amalekites, alive, in order to destroy all the people with the edge of the sword. But he kept him. He saved him. Go ahead.
Verse 16. Then Samuel said unto Saul, Stay, and I will tell thee what the Most High hath said to me this night. And he said unto him, Say on.
So Samuel said, I'm going to tell you what the Most High told me. And so Saul saying, say on, right? Go ahead.
And Samuel said, When thou wast little in thy own sight, was thou not made the head of the tribes of Israel? And the Most High anointed thee king over Israel?
Listen, he said, hey, man, when you was little in thine own sight, you wasn't nobody in your own sight. The Most High made Saul head of all the tribes of Israel. And the Most High anointed Saul king over all of Israel, all 12 tribes. Go ahead.
Verse 18. And the Most High sent thee on a journey and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed.
You hear that?
Wherefore then,
Wait a minute, hold up. He said, go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites. The sinners, you hear what he said? Destroy the sinners, the Amalekites. He said, and fight against them until they be just consumed, destroyed. Like he told them initially. And now Get Revelation 2 and 9, because Mashiach Yahushua spoke on them too. Since he didn't do it. And here they are, ruling everything, controlling the money, controlling everything. Revelation 2 and 9.
Book of Revelations, chapter 2 and 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich.
Yeah, so
And
he
I know
said he
the
know the
blood.
works. Hold up, he know the works that we're doing as a true 12 tribes of Israel, and tribulation, the hell, and all the tribulation, all the things that we going through, and everybody hating us, and not nobody really care about us, nobody lifting us up, nobody really saying what it is they're gonna do for us ever, and poverty in the ghettos and slums, the last hire, the first fired, everything comes back to us, blaming us for everything. But we're rich with this truth. We are, because the Most High has opened up our eyes to see what we need to see in these last days to make it to the kingdom. Most High Ratazawar, Most High will read.
And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan.
So remember, it said the sinners, these sinners, Amalekites, right? All the way back in Samuel, First Samuel. So now, Mashiach Shai said, I know the blasphemy, the 50 wicked sins, the sinners, and wicked acts of them and lies of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan, right? Revelation 3 and 9.
It's the book of Revelations 3 and 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee.
Right. He said he's going to make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews today. They say they're Jewish and are not. Let you know that they're not really the true ethnic and biblical Jews or Israelites or even of the tribe of Judah. He said, but they do lie. He said, behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Not everyone, but who? Read on, verse 10.
Verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
You know that? So he said, because we have kept the word of my patience. That take time, y'all. Everything is not expedient, but you got to endure until the end. He said, also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. So much temptation in this world today, right now. Tempt you here, and who's the tempter? The devil. And his antics, trying to get you to do this, that, and third, whatever, to fall away from the commandments of the Most High and not keep the word of the Most High, which shall come upon all the world. You hear that? Which gonna come upon all the world, because he knoweth that he have a short time, which shall come upon all the world to try them, to try every last one of us that dwell upon the earth. Read on.
Verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown.
Yeah, so that's why I say you can go to hell any way you want to. Just don't try and take me with you. That's the scripture right there. He said, hold fast. Say he coming quickly. A day to the Most High is 1,000 years. Say I hold fast. Been 2 days. We just started the third day right now in the Most High's calendar, right? He said, behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast, which thou hast. Hold fast to this truth, man. You got to hold fast to this truth because the truth is a revolving door. How many people I've seen come and go? That's why I'm not impressed with no one unless you've been in this. You continue to be in this. It has to be, you know, explained for exaltation if you enduring, man. Not then, hey, in time there'll be an answer. What it say? That no man take thy crown. You know, you allow somebody to come in and do what they want to do, how they want to do it. You listen to them. You always got somebody in your ear. When you say, bring forth the scriptures, talk to me for hours and hours and hours about these words, the word of the Most High, and they can't. And here you listen to the devil. That's the tempter. He said, but I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. If you in the word of the Most High, you learn to live and apply it in your life every day. So let no man take your crown from you. And we all gonna meet the judgment seat one by one. Read verse 12.
Verse 12. Him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power,
Hmm.
and he shall go no more out. And I will write upon him the name of my power, and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name.
Wow, that's powerful, man. He gonna make you a pillar in his temple, man. A pillar is support, man. That's powerful. So now that's promised to us. You see, that's why he said, don't let nobody take your crown, no matter who it is. Nobody take your crown of you trying to make it to the kingdom. Go back to 1 Samuel 15. Read verse 18 again. So you see, Shai called him what? The synagogue of Satan. I didn't write it. We didn't write it. That's what it's saying. Then you look at what the Most High is saying here in verse 18. 1 Samuel 15:18.
1 Samuel 15:18. And the Most High sent thee on a journey and said, go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed.
He said, go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites. He didn't say some of them. He said the sinners, the Amalekites, meaning all of them, and fight against them until they be consumed. Go ahead.
Wherefore then didst thou not obey the voice of the Most High, but didst fly upon the spoil and didst evil in the sight of the Most High?
You see that? So he said, wherefore, Saul, didn't you obey the voice of the Most High? Man, he already said, for us to keep his commandments, he's gonna bless us. You don't, he's gonna bring these curses upon us. So that's why I say, when you look at this spiritually, he said, wherefore did thou not obey the voice of the Most High? You know what the Most High told him. We read it in verse 3. Now go and smite Amalek and utterly destroy all that they have and spare them not, but slay both man and woman, infant and suckling, ox and sheep, camel and ass. That's what he said. He said, wherefore did thou not obey the voice of the Most High, verse 19, but just fly upon the spoil? You took the spoil. And you see how he tried to blame the men that was with him that took the oxen and lambs and sheep and so forth. Try to blame them. When all he had to do is say, I have orders not to take or touch anything or destroy everything that they have. Period. I would say, wherefore didst thou not obey the voice of the Most High, but just fly upon the spoil? You took the spoil and just evil in the sight of the Most High. You nothing that they had, if they sinners, that the Most High, you can sacrifice to him. Because they sinners. They ain't keeping the laws of the Most High. How you gonna sacrifice something from these other nations because they look good? to the Most High. Read on.
Verse 20. And Saul said unto Samuel, Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Most High, and
Hold
have
up.
gone the
Wait a
way.
minute. Hold up. Hold up. You read, you got to stop for a comma. You got to pause for a comma. Okay? Because you pause for a comma, it might be something I want to bring out at that time. That's how it is, you know. And Saul said unto Samuel, Yeah, I have obeyed the voice of the Most High. How you obeyed the voice of the Most High? He's still lying to him. Again, read Revelation 22 and 15 so everybody know you're supposed to be lying. Revelation 22:15. Check this out. He lied twice.
Revelations 22:15. For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
Right. See? Whosoever loveth and maketh a lie is on the outside of the kingdom. They're not going to be in the kingdom. And here he is lying. What do he say? And Saul said unto Samuel, verse 20 of First Samuel 15. Yeah, I have obeyed the voice of the Most High. Did he obey the voice of the Most High? No, he did not. But he lying. Go ahead. Verse 20.
Verse 20. Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Most High, and have gone the way which the Most High sent me, and have brought Agag, the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites.
So was he supposed to bring the king? No. He said destroy every man, woman, suckling, infant, suckling, everything. He said destroy everything. So he didn't obey the Most High. Read on.
Verse 21. But the people took of the spoil sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Most High thy power in Gilgal.
See, now the Most High called them sinners. Therefore, it's no way him knowing that the Most High not going to accept any sacrifices from sinners. Period. You see how he blaming the people? He the king, but he blaming the people. Go ahead.
Verse 22. And Samuel said, have the Most High as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Most High?
See, he
Be-
said, hey, had the Most High so great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Most High? Why is he saying that? Because he gave him direct orders, like he giving us direct orders. You know, moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws that we have now. That he say follow. So you're saying, but you going do we have delight in you going to the Most High through a Mashiach Yahushai, by a show Mashiach Yahushai, and doing what's wrong? No. Get Hebrews 10:26. Read that. He wants us to be obedient. It's very important.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 10 and 26. For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
See? If you sin willfully, after you have the knowledge of the truth, he sinned willfully, didn't he? He was told what to do. And he did opposite of what he was told to do. They're gonna try and blame this. Always, I did a lesson on that. How we always blame somebody else. You know, Adam blamed Eve. Eve blamed the serpent, and so forth. All the way from the beginning. Always blaming somebody else for our things that we do that's wrong. You gotta suck it up. You gotta accept it. Straight up. Read that again up.
Verse 22. And Samuel said, have the Most High as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Most High? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams.
Hear that? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, he said. To obey is better than sacrifice. In animals for the atonement of your sins. And to hearken, to listen, than the fat of rams. You know? Verse 23.
Verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as the iniquity is slacking. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Most High, he hath also rejected thee from being king.
Hear that? She said, for rebellion, going against the word of the Most High, he said, is as a sin of witchcraft. Says that's a sin of witchcraft. And that's what a lot of people don't realize is going on in this earth right now. Get Revelation 18:23, the last sentence. This is what's happening with a lot of people on this earth right now. They don't realize that they rejected the Most High. They reject the word of the Most High, and they following after the sorceries, the witchcrafts that's been perpetrated on this earth for everyone to follow. And people locked into it with the spells that they have on you. When you can't see things, you read the Bible, you don't know what it's talking about. You be told, and it sounds like whack, 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 whack. You don't hear nothing. Or your attention span is that long. I don't know how you're gonna deal with Mashiach Abishai. He coming back to teach us for 1,000 years. What you gonna do? You gonna pep up then? No. You better get used to it now. We rehearsing right now. If the word, if you can't be in this word and learning and learning and learning and learning for hours, something's wrong. You only got an hour. That's all you're gonna give to the Most High. The rest of 23 hours of the day is for you. How are you gonna save you? Why should he? How should he save us? We only got a little time for him, and the rest of the time of our life, we giving it to our world. So what's more important? You better be able to save yourself. I tell you that. When you putting the works into yourself, you should be able to save yourself from the times to come. If not, ooh, I don't know what to tell you. Except you see what he's dealing with Saul. You see how he's dealing with Saul, straight up. If you don't know, you gonna know. Because this is serious, man. This is the Most High. Read that.
Revelations 18:23.
Yeah.
For by thy for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
See, by their sorceries, he's letting us know this is what they have on the people. By the witchcrafts that they have on the people, all nations are deceived. You see, they got witchcrafts on the people on a high level. But see, we don't realize it because it's normal to most people. They don't realize, and they'll bring the scripture out. There's no enchantment on Israel, but you don't see it. You can't see how you act and how you be off and how they got you off. Somebody had to point it out to you sometime. This is what he's dealing with in the system that we in right now. Isaiah 47. And look at verse 10. This is what we're dealing with, why they have everyone you know, deceived with their sorceries, their witchcrafts. Read this. It's going for understand. There is no New Testament. There's only the law and the prophets when anybody walked the earth. Because they compiled this New Testament in 325 AD under the Council of Nicaea. So they had a law and the prophets. That's it. Read where it's coming from. Why that statement was made about they deceived all the nations through their witchcrafts, which is sorceries, plural. Read this.
Isaiah 47:10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. Thou hast said, none seeth me.
See?
Thy
They say, hey, those nobody see me people. Like they don't realize the Most High eyes are what? 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men and the secret parts, it says. So the Most High see everything. And remember, if you don't know, you're going to know everything that we doing is written in the books. It's written in books. And the book's going to be open during the time of judgment. And we're all going to have to give an account for what we've done in these mortal bodies. Okay? That's why it's best to be wanting to follow the Most High, because get Ecclesiasticus 23:19. Let me show you that. I quoted it so you can read it yourself. Ecclesiasticus 23:19.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 23:19. Such a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not that the eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun.
The eyes of the Most High are what?
10,000 times brighter than the sun.
So the eyes of the Most High are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. Doing what?
Beholding all the ways of man and considering the most secret parts.
So ain't nothing that's in secret for these you don't see me people that the Most High don't see. Okay? Let's get this straight. Go back to Isaiah 47:10.
Isaiah 47:10. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me.
Look, only people that said I am and none else beside me is the Edomites, the so-called white man. They painted their picture in the Bibles and they portray, every time I look at a video, an Israelite video, then they come back with, the so-called white man representing the Most High, right man representing Caesar Borgia and all the children of Israel in your face. I see it all the time. Never fails. They have said I am and none else beside me. Most High looking at this. Most High looking at this. Read. Just because of this, read. And nobody's apologized for it. Hold up, wait a minute. Hold up. Let's get something straight. I don't like to make statements and can't prove it. Here it is right here. Look, this the Holy Bible, right? Now, if you could show me some Bibles that you got the Chinese and the Japanese pictures up in there, and they saying they the Most High, look, everywhere you look, look at this. Check this out. To be very careful. This is a real old Bible. It's from 1600s. Very, very delicate. It's old, hundreds and hundreds of years old. But you see the Most High right here. They say this is the Most High, so-called white man. Let me get it right. Up here in the sky, right here. That's him right there. Wait a minute. Let me get it right so you can see it. see this way. Okay, you see there he is right there, and he have I think it's going away from the screen. Y'all see it? Okay, there it is right there. You can see. And guess what? The Most High, Cain killed Abel, right? You see Abel on the ground? The Most High in the sky, so-called white man. Then you got Cain, uh, the Most High turning Cain black, which is opposite of what happened. That's why they lying. You see? And so there it is right there. He said, I am and none else beside me. There it is right there for you. I mean, he didn't want to paint himself.
It's like the elder. Oh, you froze for a second, elder.
I'm
You're
froze
back.
now. I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah. You see here? There it is right there. Okay, I want you to get it said I am and none else beside me. I want you to get St. John 8:53. St. John 8 and 53. See? He said, I am and none else beside me.
It's the book of John, chapter 8 and 53. Art thou greater than our father Abraham, which is dead, and the prophets are dead? Whom makest thou thyself?
So they asked him, Mashak, who you think you are? Remember they said, I am and none else beside me, right? And I just showed you the picture, verse 58.
Verse 58. Hamashiach Yahushai said unto him, Hamashiach said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am.
Hear that? So before Abraham was, he said, I am. They made themselves. They said, I am and none else beside me. Who else can say that? Show me the Bibles where you see all Japanese, representing the Most High, Mashiach Yahushai, and all the people of the book, the Bible, Chinese, or any other nation that did that, but them. They did that. So Mashiach Yahushai said, before Abraham was, I am. And look what the wicked Israelites did. Read.
Then took they up stones to cast at him. But
See
Hamashiach
that?
Yahushai,
Go ahead.
but Hamashiach Yahushai hid himself and went out of the temple, going through the midst of them, and so passed by.
See that? They wanted to kill him. So what people on this earth has that kind of opposition against them for bringing forth the truth? We the only people that happens to, that people have a problem with us bringing the truth out. We as Israelites. So, like I say, they deceive all the nations through their sorceries. Go back to Isaiah 47, verse 11. Since they want to do with the things that they've done, the Most High has a judgment, which they have not received, because the Most High said, He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Most High. in Psalms 147, 19 and 20. Okay? So now the judgment, verse 11 of Isaiah 47 chapter. And this go right along with Revelations 18 chapter. You can go back and forth. But we're going to continue here. Read.
Isaiah 47:11. Therefore shall evil come up upon Slakia. Therefore shall evil come upon thee. Thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee. Thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know.
Hear that? He's telling you, man. He say mischief, evil, gonna rise up on them. And they ain't gonna know where it's coming from. He's gonna destroy everything they have. Desolation means he's gonna destroy the land. Like he did our land over there in Israel. Nothing but miles and miles and miles and miles of nothingness. I mean, nothing. Nothing growing there. It's just amazing. But the word is true. This is payback. Shall come upon them suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Read.
Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries.
See? Most I says, stand now with their enchantments and the multitude of their sorceries. Remember, they deceive all the nations how? With their what? Sorceries, witchcraft. So the Most High is saying, stand now. Once he gets involved in the situation with your enchantments, all your little witchcraft idols worship itself that you're dealing with psychics and palm readers and astrologers. He's gonna tell you all this. Look, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, multitude of witchcrafts, not a little, a multitude of witchcrafts they dealing with. Read.
Wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail.
That he said they labored in sorceries and witchcrafts from their youth. That's why when you look at Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7, this when salvation is coming on this earth, righteousness is gonna be set up on this earth. Hopefully, those that will turn around and realize this is the truth that we're bringing out will be able to be a part of the salvation of the Israelites. Somebody got to be saved. Somebody gonna be saved. It's just a matter of where you're gonna be at. You got a choice to choose life or death. That's it. Those are the only choices we have. Choose life or death. But read that up.
Wisdom of
This,
Solomon 5 and 7.
this is what they're gonna say. What they're gonna say. Read.
We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yea, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Most High and of Mashiach Yahushai, we have not known it.
That so it don't matter how much information that's brought to the table to them, they're gonna say, for as the way of the Most High and the way of a Mashiach Yahushai, we have not known it. Let me just prove the fact what I'm saying. Jump to verse 2. This is talking about salvation, power from the authority of the Israelites coming to this world that we're in right now. Read.
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for.
There it is. See? Salvation is power from the authority on this earth. When we're going to be saved from our enemies and saved from the hand of all that hate us. That's salvation. That's being saved. You see? It's going to be so far beyond all they look for because they're not looking for what it is that's getting ready to come on this earth. They think they, going to do all the things they've done. We even can't be looking for the kingdom for sinning against the Most High, breaking the Most High's rules and regulations. Understand this. He said it's going to come upon them suddenly, which they're not going to know. Verse 12 of Isaiah 47 chapter. This is what the Most High have to say.
Isaiah 47 and 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so, be thou shalt be able to profit. If so, be thou mayest prevail.
That, he says, see if that's going to profit you. See if you're going to prevail over what it is that the Most High have prepared for the judgment that no heathen nation have seen yet. Read.
Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
Hear that? These are the things that's what I said in Psalms 96 and 5. For all the gods of the nations are idols, right? So this is what they depend on. Astrologers, stargazers, monthly prognosticators, you know, and their sorceries, witchcrafts. He said, let all this stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Come on.
Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor fire to sit before it.
That's right, man. Let you know he's going, that's judgment. Like he did us, same way they're gonna do them. So when you look at let's go back to First Samuel, because the Most High have given us specific orders, man. These are commandments. We cannot be rebellious against the Most High, but we have been, and we gotta change. That's when Masha came on this earth to say you gotta be born again. All he means is change from being wicked to being righteous, from looking at what's right from wrong. Simple as that, and doing what's right. Be obedient to the Most High. That's all he wants from us. Now look, go back to go back to where you was at. First Samuel 15.
23.
Con.
For Samuel 15:23, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Most High, he hath also rejected thee from being king.
Hear that? He say, for rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft. And the Most High said, I suffer not a witch to live. Right? So, and stubbornness, meaning not doing what he say do, is as iniquity and idolatry. You might as well be over there with the heathen and following the idols that they follow. That's what he's saying. This is how serious this is. But people take the Most High lightly. They don't really think that, until he show up and show out, that he exists. Because, people don't talk about him. They talk about what he could do for them, but I prayed on this, I prayed on that. And that's it. You got your personal relationship with the Most High. I ask people, you know him? And I'm going to keep asking them. They said no in the spirit. They didn't lie. They said no. So we have heard him so many times, man. And it's like, when we going to really wake up and realize that we are no one without him. We're nothing without him. He allowed us to have the breath to breathe this morning, to wake up this morning. He's everything. But he rejected the word of the Most High, like a lot of you out there do. So the Most High gonna reject you. That's what it tells you. Go to Hosea 4 and 6. That's what he's telling us straight up. Some of you are the children of those that said, you know, the Pilate, crucify Mashiach Yahushai and let his blood be on us and on our children. I don't think people think about that. Israelites, some of you are those children. Is that why you can't remain in the truth? Because you don't have that solid foundation of a Mashiach, Yahushai, to the glory of the Most High. You have that solid foundation. Ain't nobody gonna move you. Like Mashiach said, ain't nobody gonna take you out of his hand because the Father was gave us to him. Ain't nobody able to take them out of his hand. Fear of a thing to fall in the hands of living power. Some people gonna find themselves fighting the Most High because of the fact of they fighting the ones that he have brought on this earth to bring forth his truth in these last days. Oh, it's gonna be over. When he touch the wrong ones, Mashiach Shai coming. Believe this. Understand, overstand that. Read on.
Hosea 4 and 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children.
See? And those are the children that said, crucify Mashiach Yahushua, let his blood be on us and on our children. And they're the children of. That's why they can't believe in him. They can't really, go with what it is that, we have subscribed to us as Israelites. From Matthew all the way to Revelation, they can't relate to it because they're the same children of those that said, crucify him, let his blood be on us and on our children. You see? Long before, they said it, they those children that believe it in, witchcraft, the sorceries, and all the things that, the system offered them in the Roman Empire. Did John 11:47. The same people, man. Then, like we read about here in Saul, we go to the New Testament, we're going to find the same thing, man. Read that.
John 11 and 47. Then gathered the chief priests and the Pharisees a council and said, what do we? For this man doeth many miracles. If we let him thus alone, all men will believe on him,
Mm-hmm.
and the Romans shall come and take away both our place and nation.
See? That's what they're afraid of. But they said, hey, Mashiach said, done so many miracles, all the books of the world couldn't contain them, it says. He said, what we going to do? This man doing many miracles. We let him alone. All people going to believe on him. That's why a lot of people are about numbers. They're about quantity. The Most High about quality. Understand this. So you don't get big-headed or think you big-headed because you dealing with numbers. Most High said to Moses, I'll kill every last one of them, and I'll make a nation out of you, Moses. And then John the Baptist came back. The Most High told him, look, I'll raise up some stones to be my people. Now, who is it that could tell the Most High he's not going to do that? His ways and thoughts are not our ways and thoughts, period. So we ought to really be aware of how we operated with the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Is very important because I think people take him lightly, too lightly in this world today. And he all we have. He all we have. And I should be able to hand you the Bible and you should be able to show me the Most High. Period. I ain't talking about the Most High talking to us as Israelites. I'm talking about just him. Characteristics of the Most High, period. And start conversing about him. It's very important. Let's go back to what we're dealing with here with Saul, our first king. Let's read.
1 Samuel 15 and 24. And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned, for I have transgressed the commandment of the Most High and thy words, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice.
Hear that? Saul said, what? I have sinned. I have transgressed the commandment of the Most High and your word. What Samuel told him. He said, because I feared the people, he's still pointing the finger at somebody else and obeyed their voice. Come on now. He the king. He got a whole army. Could have put all of them to death that was being rebellious. No. Read.
Verse 25. Now therefore I pray thee, pardon my sin, and turn again with me, that I may worship the Most High.
Look, he said, hey, pray for me and pardon my sin and turn again with me that I may worship the Most High. You got to understand this. That's why people take grace and mercy for granted, that they can do whatever they want to do, have the wrong attitude, and dealing in this world against the Most High, and think that they're just dealing with their own feelings and it's okay. It's not okay. This is what he's dealing with. I have sinned. He repenting. I have sinned. Let me turn back to the Most High and worship the Most High. Now they have sinned. They're not doing what he say do. But he gonna like they say, well, all my sins nailed to the cross. Jesus Christ nailed all my sins to the cross. I can do whatever I want to do because Jesus Christ nailed my sins to the cross. Come on, man. He was hung on a tree first and foremost, and he not covering your sins. He hates you. Get that in Ecclesiastes 12 and 6. So you've been taught wrong. Talking about he loved the sinner, but he hate the sin. Come on, man. Make that make sense for me. Everything that I know, looking at the Most High, looking at a Mashiach Yahushua, he said, I and my Father are one in St. John 10 and 30. Listen what it says. Read that.
Sirach 12 and 6. For the Most High hateth sinners.
What? I thought the Most High loved sinners. That's what y'all taught in these religions, man. The Most High loves sinners but hate the sin. Think about this. That's because you don't know the scriptures. All you do is regurgitating what some folks out here preaching and told you when it says what?
For the Most High hateth sinners.
Mm. Go ahead.
And will repay vengeance unto the unrighteous,
You hear
and
that?
keepeth them against.
You hear that? He gonna do what to the unrighteous?
And will repay vengeance unto the unrighteous.
You hear that? He's gonna pay his vengeance upon you for being unrighteous. And what else?
And keepeth them against the mighty day of their punishment.
Come on. Don't listen to these folks out being preachers lying to you. Come on. What is righteousness? So you know what unrighteousness is. Get righteousness. Deuteronomy 6:25. This righteousness. So if you're not righteous, then you're unrighteous. So what makes you righteous? So we're gonna read it backwards. Then let's read it.
Deuteronomy 6:25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High our power, as he have commanded us.
See? So this is our righteousness if we do the commandments of the Most High. So unrighteousness is not doing the commandments of the Most High, which is 1 John 5, 3 and 4. I read that. It's very important that it might be someone that's tuned in that maybe have not known this in their religion or whatever you believe in. But read what is sin.
1 John 3 and 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresses also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law.
See? So sin is the transgression of the law, the commandments that the Most High given us to follow then, now, and forever. So sin is the transgression of the law. The Most High hates sinners and waiting on you to bring forth his vengeance upon you. Anyone that's a sinner, period. You know, that talking about you under grace and you a Gentile, you're not under no grace because grace and mercy is only to the Israelites. Wisdom of Solomon 4:15, Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 9 defines that clearly. You can write that down. As far as grace and mercy is to his saints, period. And the saints are defined in Psalms 148 and 14. Okay? Now let's go back to 1 Samuel.
1 Samuel 15 and 26. And Samuel said unto Saul, I will not return with thee, for thou hast rejected the word of the Most High, and the Most High have rejected thee from being king over Israel.
Wow. You hear that? So this is what the angels gonna do. That's what we're dealing with right now, angels, whether you know it or not. That come to us and bring forth the word of the Most High, the direction, the guidance of the Most High. And a lot of you have been rejected because you refuse to keep the laws of the Most High, refuse to keep the commandments of the Most High. Like you said, you're gonna be a bunch of rejects, and your children are gonna be rejects because you don't want to do what's right according to the Most High, and you unrighteous, meaning you not keeping the commandments of the Most High. Read on.
Verse 27. And as Samuel turned about to go away, he laid hold upon the skirt of his mantle, and it rent.
Hear that? When Samuel went to walk away, he grabbed his mantle and tore it off. Tore his mantle. Read.
And Samuel said unto him, the Most High have rent the kingdom of Israel from thee this day, and have given it to a neighbor of thine that is better than thou.
That's King David. Straight up. The next king that we had was King David. Read.
Verse 29. And also the strength of Israel will not lie nor repent, for he is not a man that he should repent.
Hear that? Most High made that decree. Say, hey man, he just said he feels sorry for making Saul king, but he said, hey, this decree of taking the kingdom from Saul and giving it to King David, he said, hey, he will not lie nor repent. You don't feel sorry for what he get ready to do. He's telling them. Go ahead.
Verse 30. Then he said, I have sinned, yet honor me now, I pray thee, before the elders of my people and before Israel, and turn again with me, that I may worship the Most High thy power.
Second time he didn't ask him that, right? He said, I have sinned. He admitted he sinned. Turn to me. It's too late. Read.
So Samuel turned again after Saul, and Saul worshiped the Most High.
So Saul's worshiping the Most High, right? Go ahead.
Then said Samuel, bring ye hither to me Agag, the king of the Amalekites. And Agag came unto him delicately. And Agag said, surely the bitterness of death is past.
See that? Hagar came creeping, scared. He come creeping to Samuel. That's why I say you gotta understand these Levites, man, these priests, man, they was chopping up animals for sacrificing to the Most High and us having barbecue. Understand this. That's why he said, surely the bitterness of death is passed out of your spirit. Read.
Verse 33, and Samuel said, as thy sword have made women childless, so shall thy mother be childless among women. And Samuel hewed Agag in pieces before the Most High in Gilgal.
You know that? This the prophet of the Most High. He chopped him up in pieces. Before who?
Before the Most High.
That's right. Before the Most High. You hear that? In Gilgal. Understand this. That's why when he come back, man, he coming back. The judge will make war with him. Mashiach Yahushua. Ain't nobody gonna be able to stand. Nobody. If you ain't with him, hey, you falling. Straight up. Ain't no mercy. You got mercy now, which is not getting something you do deserve. Ain't gonna be no mercy when he come back, yo. That's why he gives us an opportunity to get it right. You know? Deuteronomy 31 and 18.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31
Wait a minute, let
and
me
18.
hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. Um, I want you to start at verse 16.
Deuteronomy 31 and 16. And the Most High said unto Moses, behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go whoring after the gods of the strangers of the land, whither they go to be among them, and will forsake me, and break my covenant which I have made with them.
That he told Moses, he said, man, you get ready to die. Because Moses didn't get a most high the glory when he was told to speak to the rock. He's gonna bring forth his, who is Yahweh's water out of the rock. And Moses, that's why you gotta have patience, you gotta have temperance, you have to have the proper conduct and discipline to follow what it is that's being told to you, because it could be your life. And Moses was a man that was meeker than all men, and Most High dealt with him face to face, mouth to mouth, not in visions or dreams, he said. And Moses let the people get on this nerve, and he said, must we fetch forth water to you? So the people think he's talking about Moses and Aaron. When he was told to speak to the rock, and he's going to bring forth the Most High's water out. And that's why he said he didn't make it to the kingdom, because he didn't give him the glory. See, y'all can play around if you want to, talking about all praises. Moses didn't get a Most High the glory for bringing that water out by speaking to the rock. And they know that he ain't doing it. Moses hit the rock twice. So by his action, just that action, boom, boom, with that staff, the people thought Moses brought the water to him, not the Most High. That's just who we talk about, the Most High. So he told him, hey, we just said, you're going to go over there and die, see with your fathers, man. Because of that, he told him he showed, think about it. He showed him the promised land, all the lands that we would go as the 12 tribes of Israel, was 13 at that time. We would go into this land and possess this land. He went to a high mountain, say they're gonna be over. Judah gonna be over here, Levi over here, I mean not Levi, but Benjamin and Dan and all the rest of the tribes, man, this their lands right here. And then he said, like he just said, Moses said unto Moses, behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers. You know? So you don't go over there and die, man. It's serious. Read on. He said, we're gonna go a whoring after other gods, other idols of these other nations. What he said, hey, he gave us strict commandments. It's sad because when you look at this, go to um Deuteronomy 7 and 2. Well, 7 nations mightier than us. That's the Israelites. This is what he told us. Verse 2.
Deuteronomy 7:2. And with the Most High thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them.
So you see the results of what Most High already know. You see, he already know the future. He know the future. Like we think we rolling like, the no, you don't see me people. Most High know what we gonna do. You see? He know the future. Because he tells us what to do. Go ahead.
Verse 3. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
Yeah. So the Most High is not with interracial marriages. He's not with interracial marriages. Point blank. This is what this talking about. You can't go with these other nations outside of your nation. Read.
For they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Most High be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
So we say, if we get with these other nations, they're going to turn our minds away from following him because they are not going to know the way of the Most High. They're not going to know the way of a Mashiach Yahushua. We just read that in what? Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 7. That's the future. When salvation come on the earth, the Bible got the past, the present, and the future covered. We just read that. Huh? Did you just read that?
Time.
Yeah. So they said they're going to turn your mind away from following the Most High to serve their gods, their idols. You understand? And the anger of the Most High going to be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly, right? Keep that in mind. Verse 5.
Verse 5. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire.
So he's letting us know, man, point blank. We are not supposed to be dealing with any religions, point blank. This is what we did coming out of Egypt, going into the land of Canaan. He's telling us, don't deal with them. Here we are, America, the great melting pot, and everybody all destroyed for the sorceries that they have on the minds of the people, the witchcrafts they have on the minds of the people. They don't have no foundation of the Most High, Mashiach Yahushua, Bahashama Mashiach Yahushua, but they have the foundation of this world that have you in captivity, have your mind in captivity. And you can't release the bonds that you in because of the fact of you are in captive. You're in captive with these people that have you in their sorceries, witchcrafts, whether you want to accept it or not. Now, he said they're going to turn your mind away from following him. Well, I say, okay, if you know the Most High, you should be able to show him in this Bible and not what you think. Scripture after scripture after scripture. We got to understand through the scriptures, through the precepts, which are the scriptures. You can't, then you need to really look at this. Look at yourself. He said we're supposed to tear down everything that they have. Did we do it? No. What did he just tell Moses? Read verse 6 before we get out of here.
Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art an holy people unto the Most High thy power. The Most High thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
You see, for thou art an holy people unto the Most High, our power, the Israelite power. The Most High thy power has chosen us, the 12 tribes of Israel, to be a special people unto himself. How special? Above all people that are upon the face of the earth, he said. But check it out. Go back to what he told Moses before he died. Look, he told Moses he had to train Joshua to take his place. That's like, you got a job and somebody's, they firing you, and you got to sit there and train somebody to take your place. You don't know how you're going to make it. That's what the Most High dealt with Moses. Go back to Deuteronomy 31:16.
Deuteronomy 31:16. And the Most High said unto Moses, Behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go a whoring after the gods of the strangers of the land, whether they go to be among them, and will forsake me, and break my covenant which I have made with them.
See that? The Most High told Moses, man, you're going to go and die. You will lay with your fathers. He's saying, we, the children of Israel, going to rise up and go a whoring after the gods, the powers, the idols, or the strangers of the land, man. These Canaanites and all these other Hamite nations that he took the land from. You know, you can go back to Deuteronomy 7:1 and look at the 7 nations that were mightier than us that the Most High took down to give us the land of Canaan. But we went to the land, he told us, you just heard the instructions. And he's telling Moses, this is what they're going to do once transition out of this earth. You say, we're going to go a whoring after the idols of these other nations, man, and will forsake the Most High and break his covenant, his contract, his agreement that he only had with the 12 tribes of Israel that he made with us. This is what we done. So as you look at over and over again and what we done over and over and over again, Most High sent the prophets and we killed the prophets and tore them to pieces, just like Samuel just tore to pieces, King Ahab of the Amalekites. That's what they did to the prophets. That's what we as the Israelites did to the prophets, man. The men of the Most High that was sent to guide us back to him. Come on. Verse 17.
Verse 17. Then my anger shall be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured, and many evils and troubles shall befall them, so that they will say in that day, Are not these evils come upon us because our power is not among us?
Hey, they're gonna realize it. Say they're gonna realize I am the power. He say all these evils gonna come upon us. That's why you look at this is real easy to understand. You do what he say do, you're gonna be blessed. With us not doing what he say do, then that means we're doing something that's evil. So when you do something that's evil, you draw evil to you because we ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil initially. So every time you do something wrong, expect it. Most times long suffer, but you can expect that evil to come your way. Whether you get to the minds of somebody to have them do something to you, or something happens to you tragically, something is happening all the time, man, that these angels are moving wherever you are right now. The one on the right side and the one on the left side, operating under the commandment of the Most High. That's why he got angry with us, you know, and a kindle of fire, he consuming fire. He said, going to destroy us because we didn't want to follow his laws, statutes, commandments. Verse 18.
Verse 18. And I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evils which they shall have wrought, in that they are turned unto other gods.
See, we turn to the idols of the nations as it is today. Show me any religion that you're involved in this Bible. Precept upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, if thou can. If not, then you need to be trying to learn from what it is in these last days that's coming out. It's very important. Very, very important. Look at verse 28. Well, read verse 27.
Deuteronomy 31:27. For I know thy rebellion and thy stiff neck. Behold, while I am yet alive with you this day, ye have been rebellious against the Most High, and how much more after my death?
Hear that? Said we're rebellious and stiff-necked. So when you look at us, the majority of us are rebellious and stiff-necked. And Moses is saying, while he's alive this day, he said, you have been rebellious against the Most High. Straight up. He said, how much more after my death? Because really, Israel got to have somebody over them to keep them in line. That's what he said, how much more after my death? Because while he's alive, everybody's, Moses. Like right now, people say the law of Moses and this and the third to eliminate the laws that he gave us from the Most High. You notice that? He said, how much more you're going to be evil and draw evil to you after he died? Go ahead. Verse 28.
Gather unto me all the elders of your tribes and your officers, that I may speak these words in their ears and call heaven and earth to record against them.
Come on.
For I know that after my death, you will utterly corrupt yourselves and turn aside from the way which I have commanded you.
Through all these
And,
religions. Hold up. Through all these religions, we have utterly corrupted ourselves. And not only that, those that not even dealing with religion and just being wicked in the world of our people corrupt themselves and turn aside from the way which he commanded us, which is the laws and the statutes and commandments and judgments of the Most High, he's saying. Listen to what he say. Keep this in mind, read.
and evil will befall you in the latter days, because you will do evil in the sight of the Most High, to provoke him to anger through the work of your hands.
See that? So he's saying evil gonna befall us. We in these last days. He went all the way to the last days. Most I showed him everything all the way to the last days where we at now. He said evil's gonna befall us that's living in these last days because ye have done evil in the sight of the Most High to provoke him to anger, made the Most High angry through the work of our hands, man, the things that we doing. That's why we looking at Jacob's trouble. But understand it don't matter about Most High, like he's just. When he bring the judgment, he brought the judgment upon us, he was just, man. It was just in what he did. Everything he did is just. There's nothing that is unjustly done from the Most High because look, when he bring the judgment on these other nations, it's gonna be just because look what he did to us. Get the, Ezekiel 21 and read 1 through 4 through 5. Yeah, Ezekiel 21, 1 through 5. So you understand that in these last days, we got to pay behind what the evil people are doing. If we not tied in with the Most High wholeheartedly to fulfill what it is that we have to do to please him. Or read this. This is what he did to us. Read this.
It's Ezekiel 21 from the top. And the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face toward Jerusalem, and drop thy word toward the holy places, and prophesy against the land of Israel.
Right. So he said, prophesy against the land of Israel. When we lived in the land, the Israelites lived in the land of Israel. So prophesy to us, because the land, you're not telling them to talk to the ground. Come on. Let's be reasonable here. Go ahead.
And say to the land of Israel, Thus saith the Most High, Behold, I am against thee, and will draw forth my sword out of his sheath, and will cut off from thee the righteous and the wicked.
You hear that? So don't get it twisted. The Most High said he's going to cut off from the land of Israel, where we were at, behind what the wicked done, the righteous, those that keep the laws and the commandments of the Most High, and the wicked, those that don't keep the Most High's laws, statutes, commandments. Read.
Verse 4, seeing then that I will cut off from thee the righteous and the wicked, therefore shall my sword go forth out of his sheath against all flesh from the south to the north.
See that? He says, seeing then that the Most High is doing this. He cut us off from the land of Israel, the righteous and the wicked. That therefore shall my sword go forth out of his sheep against all flesh from the south to the north, man. From Judah all the way to the land of Israel in the north, man. From the south to the north, man. Read on.
Verse 5, that all flesh may know that I, the Most High, have drawn forth my sword out of his sheath. It shall not return anymore.
See that? That everybody don't know that the Most High did this. It's the Most High doing, nobody else's, but the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Glory and power, honor, and praise to the Most High. He's worthy to be praised, but nobody's really looking at, y'all just looking at yourself. Israelite, man, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna save nobody. We ain't gonna save nobody. Ezekiel 18 and 20. Thus say the Most High.
Ezekiel 18 and 20. The soul that sinneth, it shall die.
The
The
soul that
son,
break the soul that break the Most High's commandments, what's gonna happen to it?
it shall die.
Because sin is a transgression of the Most High's laws. He said, the soul that break the Most High's laws, it shall die. Read.
The son shall not bear the iniquity of the father, neither shall the father bear the iniquity of the son.
That's right. So he's letting you know that the son is not going to bear the iniquity of the father, and the father the iniquity of the son individually. Because read on.
The righteousness of the righteous shall be upon him, and the wickedness of the wicked shall be upon him.
As individuals, right? Because I say that because your Lamentations 5 and 7 and Isaiah 14:21. I say that because of this. See, the Most High dealing with nations as a whole, and they're bringing forth what it is they've done or we done. This is what happened to us. Read that.
Lamentations 5 and 7. Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities.
So the Most High said, a father shall not bear the iniquity of the son. That's individuals. Remember, the Most High have no respect of person, but he had respect to us as the Israelites as a nation. Exodus 2 and 25. You see, just like here, it said, what? Read it again.
Our fathers have sinned and are not,
For
and we have borne their iniquities.
our forefathers sinned and they're not here. But we have carried their iniquities, their sins, their wickedness, their evil, in breaking the Most High's commandments, right? For the judgment that we came upon us for what our forefathers did. Did it say father? No, it said our fathers. And our fathers are the nation of Israel. So now, when you read Isaiah 14:21, see if it say father or fathers, or those that live before the punishment is coming to the people today. Read.
Isaiah 14 and 21.
Huh.
Prepare slaughter. Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers.
No, it say father.
For the
It say
iniquity
father.
of their fathers.
You see, just like we are sin and bear the iniquity of our fathers, he's saying, hey, they're sinners and they're gonna bear the iniquity of their what?
Fathers.
Fathers. You see how that is? So just so you don't get it twisted to thinking that, because they say, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. We didn't do it either, but we still paid the price of what our forefathers did. We paid the price for that. Okay? That's why we gotta turn to the Most High and stop being rebellious and be obedient. Learn to be obedient. You gotta repent. Get Leviticus. I want you to get Leviticus 26, the 26th chapter, and verse 40. All praise.
Leviticus. Leviticus 26 and 40. If they shall confess their iniquity and the iniquity of their fathers with their trespass, which they have trespassed against me, and that also they have walked contrary unto me.
So it said, if we confess our iniquity, our wickedness, our sins, and the iniquity of our forefathers that we bear the sins of, that we read in this Bible concerning. You talk about calling your ancestors. We look at our ancestors right now. We're reading about them. We got to confess their iniquity and the iniquity of our fathers with their trespass, which they trespass against the Most High, and that also they have walked contrary unto the Most High by following the ways of the world, the traditions of this world that's contrary to the Most High. Read on.
And that I also have walked contrary unto them and have brought them into the land of their enemies. If then their uncircumcised hearts be humbled, and they then accept of the punishment of their iniquity.
Listen, the Most High says, since we don't want to walk in His statutes, we want to walk contrary to Him and not do what He say do. His rules and regulations, His laws, statutes, commandments. He say, hey, I'm gonna walk contrary to us, and have brought us into the land of our enemies, not our friends, but the land of our enemies. Say, if then our uncircumcised hearts, minds be humble and stop being so prideful, thinking you all that, or thinking that, you got this kind of whatever to make you think you somebody in your conceited self, which is contrary to being humble. And then they accept of the punishment of their iniquity. We accept the punishment of our wickedness that we've done against the Most High. Read.
Then will I remember my covenant with Jacob, and also my covenant with Isaac, and also my covenant with Abraham will I remember, and I will remember the land.
This is what it's all about. This is how we're going to go to the kingdom, man. We remembered, he said, when we accept the punishment of our iniquity, what we've done wrong, admit that we have sinned, every last one of us. He say, then will he remember his covenant, his contract, his agreement, his laws, statutes, commandments he gave with us through our forefather Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel, became the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, and also the covenant with Isaac, our forefather, and also my covenant with Abraham, going backwards from Jacob to Isaac to Abraham. Will I remember? And I will remember the land. And we remember the land, and he remember the land, that's what he gonna do when he remember the land. And us, when we do what we're supposed to be doing in righteousness, he gonna do this. He gonna fulfill this here in Isaiah 60 and 21 and 22. That's what we're looking forward to. Isaiah 60, 21 and 22.
Isaiah 60 and 21. Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified.
You that? He say, his people, we the 12 tribes of Israel, gonna be all righteous, man. Righteous. We're gonna follow the commandments of the Most High. We're gonna inherit the land forever. We got next forever and ever and ever. The branch of the Most High planting. Not no man. Come on over here. We're gonna do this and do that. No, ain't no man gonna save you. You better read Deuteronomy 28 and 29. This the planting of the Most High's hand, not no man. This is why I say the branch of my planting. He's gonna do this. The work of my hands. He's gonna do this. Why? That he may be glorified. Period. What he say about us? Read on.
A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation.
Hear that?
I, the
He's the little one shall become 1,000. We're gonna have 1,000 babies. You're going to have to be 1,000. You're gonna have a lot of children, right? He said, a little one shall become 1,000. And what else?
and a small one a strong nation.
And a small one, a strong nation, man. What is gonna happen? When is gonna happen? Read.
I, the Most High, will hasten it in his time.
That's right. He said he's gonna hasten into his time. Now go back to Leviticus 26. Verse 42. No,
Leviticus
verse 40,
26,
43. 43.
Leviticus 26 and 43. The land also shall be left of them, and shall enjoy her Sabbaths, while she lieth desolate without them. And they shall accept of the punishment of their iniquity, because even because they despise my judgments, and because their soul abhorred my statutes.
That's what we did, man, to the Most High. We as the Israelites. Go ahead.
And yet for all that, when they be in the land of their enemies, I will not cast them away, neither will I abhor them, to destroy them utterly, and to break my covenant with them. For I am the Most High, their power.
Hear that? The Most High said, when we're in the land of our enemies, this is how long suffering and compassionate that the Most High have in his mercy and grace. He said, I will not cast them away, neither will I abhor them. He's not going to hate us to destroy us suddenly or utterly, and to break his covenant, his contract, his agreement that he had with we, the 12 tribes of Israel. Say, for I am the Most High, their power. There's a personal possessive pronoun showing ownership, man, of us. He's our power. Last verse, 45.
45. But I will for their sakes remember the covenant of their ancestors, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt in the sight of the heathen, that I might be their power. I am the Most High.
That's right, man. He gonna remember us in our captivity, man, to bring us out of our captivity, man. As we just said, this is powerful, man. And we just gotta be obedient. Go to Exodus 20 and 6. Exodus 20th chapter are the 10 commandments. What it say, Exodus 20 and 6. We got
Exodus,
we got a power, y'all. Let's read about it.
Exodus 20 and 6. And showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments.
See that? He showed mercy, which is not getting something you do deserve to get, to thousands of them that love him. The only way you love him is to keep his commandments. Get that in 1 John 5 and 3, just in case somebody want to say, oh, that's y'all reading from the Old Testament. It's in the New Testament too. But you New Testament buff that don't believe in the Old Testament, because y'all don't know anything about the Old Testament because you ain't been taught it. But read that.
1 John 5 and 3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments.
That we do what?
That we keep his commandments.
This is the love of the Most High. And that's why people don't know him, because they not keeping the commandments of the Most High. They ain't look for him. They ain't search for him. I mean, they ain't inquired about him. Who comes up and say, talk about the Most High? Nobody. Come on, I'm talking to Israelites. Who comes up and talk about the Most High? Nobody. Nobody talk about the Most High. We just talk about Kwam Yasharala, or Israel. You know, my check up aside sometime, but the Most High, and it's contrary to where it used to be. It used to be the Most High in Israel. Mashiach Shai, whatever, you know. People saying Bahashama Mashiach Yahushua, whatever they saying, but you know, where's the Most High at in it? Y'all better learn to elevate them, man. It's really important. Read it from the top.
1 John 5 and 3. For this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
Right, man. This is the love of the Most High. We keep his commandments. The commandments are not grievous. You're not supposed to feel bad about doing what's right. Give me Leviticus 25 and 18 and 19.
Leviticus 25 and 18. Wherefore ye shall do my statutes and keep my judgments and do them, and ye shall dwell in the lands in safety.
If you be
In the land
obedient. That's all I wanted. He's what read it again, verse 19.
of verse 19, and the land shall yield her fruit, and ye shall eat your fill and dwell therein in safety.
Hear that? This from the Most High. He said, hey, wherefore you shall do my statutes and keep my judgments and do them. That's an action that he wanted us to do. And you shall dwell in the land in safety, he said. And the land shall yield her fruit. And you shall eat your fill and dwell therein in safety. Thus say the Most High. You see? And from there, give me Leviticus 26 and start at the third verse. Leviticus 26 and 3. Just the Most High talking to the children of Israel. What'd he say?
Leviticus 26 and 3. If ye
Yeah.
walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, then I will give you rain in due season, and the land shall yield her increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit.
You know, he said, we walk in his statutes and keep the commandments, man. He said, hey, we're going to be blessed. That rain is blessings. In due season, man, the land going to yield or increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit. Go ahead.
Verse 5. And your threshing shall reach unto the vintage, and the vintage shall reach unto the sowing time, and ye shall eat your bread to the full and dwell in your land safely.
Again, he's letting us know that nobody's going to come and bother us. And we're going to have a lot of crops. Point blank. We're going to eat bread to the full, man. Food, man, is going to be in abundance. In the land, we're going to live in the land safely. Go ahead, safely. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And I will give peace in the land, and ye shall lie down, and none shall make you afraid. And I will rid evil beasts out of the land, neither shall the sword go through your land.
You're like, this is like what's going to be in the kingdom too. He said, I will give peace in the land. It's going to be peace in the land. I want you to, let's go back to the kingdom again. I want you to go back to Isaiah 60, the 60th chapter and verse 18. Read that.
Isaiah 60 and 18.
Mhm.
Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders, but thou shalt call thy walls salvation and thy gates praise.
See? Violence shall no more be heard in thy land. So that's safety, right? Wasting or destruction within thy borders, within our borders, man. But thou shalt call thy walls what? Salvation, power, Jerusalem, and authority forever and ever and ever. And thy gates praise, man. You see that? So go back to Leviticus 26 and verse 6, I think. Yeah, right? No, verse 7.
Leviticus 26 and 7. And ye shall chase your enemies, and they shall fall before you by the sword.
Say, we're going to chase our enemies, man, and they shall fall before us by the sword, man. Most High rolling with us. Read.
And 5 of you shall chase 100, and 100 you shall put 10,000 to flight.
Woo, he
And
said
your
five.
enemies,
Wait a minute. He said five of us gonna chase 100, and then 100 of us gonna put 10,000 to flight. Hear that? 100 gonna put 10,000 to flight. Go ahead.
and your enemies shall fall before you by the sword.
That's right. So our enemies gonna fall before us by the sword. That's when we roll it with the Most High. Go ahead.
Verse 9. For I will have respect unto you and make you fruitful and multiply you and establish my covenant with you.
See there? He say he's gonna respect us. So how he respecting us and we not doing what he say do now? You're not keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. You have no respect for you. He said, I will respect you when you do what he say do. Make you fruitful, have a lot of children, and multiply you, and establish my covenant, his contract, his agreement with us, the 12 tribes of Israel. Agree here. Go ahead.
Verse 10. And ye shall eat old store and bring forth the old because of the new.
That's right. He said, hey, we're going to eat the old store and bring forth the old because of the new. Because the new going to be stacked in the back, and we have the old to eat, get it out the way. It's going to be continually, that new going to become old, and we put the new in the back. It's going to continually move like that, man. Continually. Go ahead.
And I will set my tabernacle among you, and my soul shall not abhor you.
They say he's going to set his tabernacle among us, the children of Israel, man. No one else, man. This is the Most High right here. He say, and his soul shall not hate us. Abhor me, he's not going to hate us. Verse 12.
Verse 12. And I will and I will walk among you and will be your power, and ye shall be my people.
Wow, man, you hear that? He say he's going to walk among us and will be our power. And ye shall be, we going to be his people. That's what he told us. That's why now get Deuteronomy 28, 1 and 2. That's all we have to do. This is the kingdom right here. This is what we looking at. It's going to be better than what he's saying here. He said our estate in this kingdom is certain, as we read it, but he said a estate that he's going to give us if we're worthy to make it to the kingdom is going to be better than this estate than it was that he gave us initially. But read this. This is what we have to do. Read this.
Deuteronomy 28:1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
See that?
And all the,
He said, if we keep the commandments of the Most High, He gonna set us where?
I will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
See that? So all we have to do is keep the commandments of the Most High. This what the kingdom is about for us today. Why it's so important for us to come back to the Most High, first and foremost, and keep His commandments. Because He's going to set us on high above all nations of the earth. Period. Read.
Verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Most High thy power.
That's right, man. All these blessings going to come upon us if we listen and do the commandments of the Most High. And it's going to be forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. No more. I can tell us, get Revelation 21, how it's going to be. Because, we suffering now. A lot of us going through a lot of things. But understand, this was promised to us in Revelation 21:4.
Revelations
In the kingdom.
21:4. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death,
Yes.
neither sorrow,
Con.
neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
That's right, man. That's right. The former things will be passed away. Say, no more tears from our eyes, and no more death. There shall be no more death, neither sorrow, sadness, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain. You hear that? He said, for the former things that we living in these mortal bodies now, gonna be passed away. He's not a man, he should lie. We heard that already. Verse 5.
Revelations 21:5. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful.
That's right, man. He said, he making everything new. And he said unto him, right, for these things are true and faithful. I love it. That's the future. And it's working to get there. No matter what obstacle comes in our way, we know that's the future. Look at Isaiah 66. So we talk about the kingdom. Go to Isaiah 66:22-24.
Isaiah 66:22. For as the new heavens and the new earth, which I will make, shall remain before me, saith the Most High, so shall your seed and your name remain.
There are new heavens and a new earth, man. Not the fourth dimension where the Most High dwell, you know, but right here on this earth in the ozone layer, He gonna change it up, man. The Most High said He gonna make it, and it's gonna remain before Himself. Said the Most High, said, "So shall our seed." Remember, said a little one gonna bring for 1,000, and a small one, strong nation. Come on, our seed, the children that we have, and your name gonna remain. Read.
Verse 23. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, saith the Most High.
You there? From one new moon in the kingdom, we're gonna still be honoring the new month. They put moon there, but it really should be month. One new month to another, and from one Sabbath to another, in the festival days also, so they are Sabbath days. He says, shall all flesh come before the Most High to worship Him. Go ahead.
Verse 24. And they shall go forth and look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed against me, for their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched,
You hear
and
what he
they shall
said?
be
Go ahead.
and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh.
He said that they shall go forth. We done had this great time. You got to keep in mind what we just said and what was just written in Revelation 21 and 4. Ain't gonna be no crying, so ain't gonna be no sadness, right? He said, we're gonna look upon the carcasses of the men that have transgressed, have broken the laws of the Most High. Are you talking about the Most High love the sinner, but hate the sin? You make this make sense to you. Break this down. Tell your preacher to break this down that say the Most High love the sinners. You hear what it says? We're going to have to look upon the carcasses, the dead bodies of those men that have transgressed against the Most High. How you transgress against the Most High? 1 John 3 and 4. We read it earlier. You know, sin is the transgression of the Most High's laws. Those that have broken the Most High's laws, His rules and regulations, He said, for their worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be an abhorring unto all flesh. Haiti, but you ain't gonna be sad. You ain't gonna be crying. You know, think about it. Ain't no more tears. Ain't no more tear ducts to cry. You're gonna look at it however you feel. It's not gonna be like we feel now, for real, right? But you say, hey, ain't gonna be no more crying, no more sorrow, no more sadness. We gonna hate to see it, but we gonna have to deal with it. And that's something that I believe will keep us in order. Think about it, that's the last thing Isaiah said. That's the very last words he told us, that we got to look at these dead carcasses of the men that have transgressed against the Most High. You think it's not important? This is the kingdom. What did verse 22 say? For as the new heavens and new earth, which I will make, shall remain before the Most High, said the Most High, right? So this is the kingdom. And we got to look at these dead bodies, these carcasses of the men that have transgressed against the Most High, for the worm shall not die, neither shall their fire be quenched, and they shall be a whoring unto us, man. We're going to hate to see this. But it ain't going to be to the point where we're going to be like we are now. But that keeps you in order. Had something like that right now, I bet you people wouldn't be sinning and doing the things they doing. Guaranteed that. And be like in order. But, you know, the truths require signs, so that's a sign for us right there, right? That's a true sign for us, I think. I know it's a sign for me. When I go there, I read it, I'll be like, whoa. And then on my Shadow Shag come back and it's the same old man. He talked about, you know, well, the fire's never quenched, no worms never die. Huh. Go to Deuteronomy 4 and 40. We got to be obedient, y'all. We got to change however it is that you've been programmed to think outside of doing what the Most High want us to do and keeping His commandments. You know, Deuteronomy 4 and
Deuteronomy,
verse 40.
Deuteronomy 4 and 40. Thou shalt keep therefore his statutes and his commandments, which I command thee this day, that it may go well with thee, and with thy children after thee, and that thou mayest prolong thy days upon the earth, which the Most High thy power giveth thee forever.
Hear that? So he said we're supposed to keep the commandments, the statutes that the Most High commanded us that day, that it may go well with us. So this is what we're looking at over and over again, is coming back to his rules and regulations, man. So it'll go well with us. But how you gonna keep someone's commandments that you don't even know? You just said keep the commandments, but you don't even know him. And you really need to know him so it can go well with us. You say, and with thy children after thee. He's saying, and that thou mayest prolong thy days upon the earth, which the Most High thy power giveth thee forever. You see? See what this guy on here, King of the earth, 21. But you say you want to obey the Most High, then slay the false Jews of Ashkenaz for the, no, that's a waste of time, for the knowing claim of what? Slay the false Jews of Ashkenaz for the claim of being Jews, knowing the law says they are Samaritans, not Jews, or Moses is a liar in Genesis chapter 10, verse 3. You come with confusion. We already covered them in the beginning of this lesson, so ain't nobody's talking about slaying nobody. So what are you talking about? You better fear the Most High. That's who you better fear. Give me Hebrews 10:31. This is who you better fear. You got nothing to do with no man. We talking about the Most High. We ain't talking about no man.
Hebrews 10:31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
That's right. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Name the 12 tribes, king of the earth. Name the 12 tribes. Don't look them up. Just name them. You don't know them. Deuteronomy 4:24. This is what I'm talking about, the Most High. Read this. They ain't teaching about this because he don't know them. He ain't dealing with them. Read this.
Deuteronomy 4:24. For the
Mm-hmm.
most high thy power, for the most high thy power is a consuming fire,
He's a
even
what?
a jealous power.
He's a
Is a
what?
consuming fire.
Most High is a what?
A consuming fire.
What is the Most High?
A consuming fire.
That the Most High, who I serve, is a consuming fire. Read.
Even a jealous power.
Even a jealous power. But they ain't dealing with what they need the Talmud, what they need the Talmud, what they need the Kabbalah for. If they dealing with the Most High's laws, all you need is the Most High's rules and regulations that He gave us point blank. What do you need all that? Deuteronomy 9:3. Deuteronomy 9:3. We got to go into
Deuteronomy.
the Most High since you think it's man. This ain't no man. Read this.
Deuteronomy 9:3. Understand therefore this day
Yeah,
that the
understand
most high
therefore, hold up. Understand therefore this day. Pause out. Understand therefore this day that we living in now. Read.
that the most high thy power is he which goeth the most high thy power is he which goeth over before thee as a consuming fire, he shall destroy them, and he shall bring them down before thy face. So shalt thou drive them out and destroy them quickly, as the Most High hath said unto thee.
That's right, man. This was gonna happen. You know, there is a judgment. Like we had a judgment, everybody have a judgment coming. You know, we went over that earlier. This is what it is. This is what it's about. Whether you want to accept it or not. Deuteronomy 7:24.
Deuteronomy 7:24. And he shall deliver their kings into thine hand, and thou shalt destroy their name from under heaven. There shall no man be able to stand before thee until thou have destroyed them.
Hear that? That's the most high we serve. Go ahead.
The graven images of their gods shall you burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein. For it is an abomination to the Most High thy power.
Now people done sold out, man, because they the ones that's controlling the money, man. The graven images, the dang what they using, like I said, all the nations are deceived by their sorceries, their witchcrafts that they have on the people, but not everyone. Their little graven images of their gods, their idols. We supposed to burn up, man, with fire. Say, thou shalt not desire their money, their silver or gold that is on them. Say, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein. And how many people trapped up in the system? You see what happens? They get caught up in the system, and that money just drive them crazy, doing all kind of heinous, acts that the Most High says not even valid for us to even speak out of our mouth. It's so terrible that what they're doing. For it is abomination to the Most High thy power. Read.
Verse 26. Neither shalt thou bring an abomination into thine house, lest thou be a cursed thing like it, but thou shalt utterly detest it, and thou shalt utterly abhor it, for it is a cursed thing.
That's right, man. That's why you got to watch what you bring in your house, man, because everything's against us as the Israelites. Point blank. It's not for us, it's against us. Or somebody would be saying, well, we got to do something to help the so-called Negroes, African Americans, y'all call us. You definitely gonna call us Israelites because that's contrary to what you believe in. But who is it that cares about us? That's why the Most High said, Deuteronomy 7 and 10. This the Most High I serve. What'd he say?
Deuteronomy 7:10. And repayeth them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. He will repay him to his face.
Right, man. He say repay him to his face. He say he's gonna repay them that hate him to their face, to destroy them. He will not be slack to him that hateth him. And you can't love him if you're not doing what he say do. And you don't love his children, the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. He will repay them to his face. Point blank. Run from him if thou can. Run from him. Nahum 1 and 3. Nahum 1 and 3. Nahum 1 and 3.
Nahum 1:3.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked.
See that? We say the Most High is great, the greatest in power. He said, and he will not at all acquit the wicked. Who the wicked? Job 9:24.
Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Yeah. The earth been given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. Like y'all did this. Y'all covered the faces of the judges thereof. Mashiach Yahushai, the second in charge under the Most High. And y'all covered the faces of the judges thereof. The Most High being the number one judge, the Holy Bible. You see, y'all covered the faces of the judges thereof. Look, open up the Bible. What do you see? Bam. What do you see? What do you see? See? You have to see that. See that? See that? This is a Bible from the 1600s. But you see, y'all, all the way from there to now, y'all have painted yourself. And what does it say? In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. So y'all been doing this, man, from the beginning, man. Way back in the 1600s, man. Y'all been doing it forever. So when y'all got the Bible in y'all hand, y'all painted y'all pictures to represent the Most High, Mashiach Yahushai. Look, here you go here. Y'all painted y'all pictures to represent the people of the book. All throughout the book, this Bible, you have none but pictures of yourself. Let me show you something. Look what you did here. You got a Mashiach Yahushai as a he's a brunette, right? And no, he's not a brunette, he's selected. He's a blonde. Let me get it right. So you can see it right. So he's a blonde sitting there talking to the lawyers, right? You see him, right? He's a blonde there. Okay, then when I turn the page, now how he become 12 years old, he's a blonde, now he's a brunette. When he grew up, he's a brunette. See how crazy that is? Job 9:24.
Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
Right. So Revelation 19:11. It covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Let me just show you that Mashiach Messiah is that judge. That y'all cover the face up of and painting him that way until this day. You know, and that's a lie. Read that.
Revelations 19:11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
This is a Mashiach Yahushai. He's called faithful and true. Read.
And in righteousness he doth judge and make war.
So he coming to judge this world in righteousness. And when you understand what the Most High has done, and which most people really, you know, of these other nations don't know concerning what the Most High has done in his plan of bringing forth judgment. Let's read St. John, the 5th chapter, and verse 22. No, right. Read verse 19 first. Start at 19. Read 19
John
and 20.
5,
Read verse 19 and 20.
John 5 and 19. Then answered Hamashiach Yahushai and said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, the Son of Man can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do, for what things soever he doeth, these also doeth the Son likewise.
So you see, he's telling us that truly, truly, he said, I say unto you, he said, a son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Most High do. So he's doing what he see the Most High do. But what things soever he doeth, the Most High do, these also doeth the Son likewise. He's following the orders of the Most High, totally. What he see the Most High do, that's what he does. Verse 20.
Verse 20, for the Father loveth the Son, and showeth him all things that himself doeth. And he will show him greater works than these, that ye may marvel.
That's right. And he's going to show more greater works than you can even imagine when he comes to, like we just read, to judge and make war. Verse 22.
John 5 and 22,
Uh-huh.
for the Father judges no man, but have committed all judgment unto the Son.
That's why we reading in Revelation 19 and 11. Mashiach is coming to judge and make war, because the Most High have given all judgment unto him, and what he see the Father do, that's what he's doing. What he the Father say, that's what he gonna say. Read.
That all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son honoreth not the Father which have sent him.
Right, because get St. John 14 and 6. So you don't honor the Son or Mashiach, you ain't honor the Father, because you don't know the Most High. You think you know him. People think they know him, but they don't know him, because he said this. And there's no New Testament when he's saying these words. Let's go back to the time he's speaking. There's only the law and the prophets. But prove me wrong. Prove when he came on the earth that Paul's writing was in this Bible. They had Paul's writing to read. Everybody in the world, like we have. And he wrote most of the New Testament. When the Messiah was on the earth, his name was Saul. That's why I say you got to know exactly what was going on at that time. So we're going to go back to the time he walked the earth. And what did he say? What did he say? Read it.
John 14:6, Hamashiach Yahushai said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the light. No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
That's right, man. He said, he the way, the truth, and the life. Let's look at Psalms 119, 151, I believe. See what that says. Psalm 119. $151.
Psalms 119, 151. Thou art near, O Most High, and all thy commandments are truth.
So the truth is the commandments of the Most High. The commandments of the Most High are the laws of the Most High. Get that in Proverbs 3 and 1. So it's going to come back to the commandments every single time, the laws of the Most High every single time. Read that.
Proverbs 3 and 1. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments.
See? For what? What it's going to do? If you keep the law and the commandments of the Most High, what it's going to do? Read.
For length of days and long life and peace shall they add to thee.
That's right. So the commandments of the law is the same thing. Baruch 4 and 1 and 2 in the Apocrypha. The same thing. No matter where you look at it, it's coming back. He coming to judge in righteousness. He coming to judge in righteousness. We define righteousness in Deuteronomy 6 and 25, which is keeping the commandments of the Most High. That's what Mashiach was saying. Coming back to, you think it's not important? These poach-up-eating preachers got everybody twisted, thinking with their sorceries, thinking you don't have to follow the Most High. Laws, statutes, commandments that he wrote with his finger. The work of the Most High. Oh man, y'all better reconsider, man. Read that.
Baruch 4:1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High and the law that endureth forever. All
Go
they
ahead.
that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Hear that? So the law and the commandments is forever. He said, all that keep it gonna come to life. That's everlasting life. Such as leave it, you're gonna die. You're gonna be part of those carcasses that we just read about. The last thing that Isaiah told us. Where the worms never die, the fires never quench. Because you have transgressed the laws and the commandments of the Most High. So now that we know that the truth is the commandments of the Most High. Now, what does the Mashiach said in St. John 14:6? He said, I am the way to show you how to follow the truth, because he was an example. Because he said, I'm the way to show you how to follow the commandments of the Most High, the laws of the Most High that's going to lead to everlasting life. And we just read in Baruch, the 4th chapter, the 1st and 2nd verse, and Proverbs 3:1 and 2. I mean, all over is saying the same thing. So now he's coming back to judge by the commandments. That's what he said. In righteousness, he's coming to judge and make war. Just in case somebody might be just coming in that didn't catch what righteousness is, I show them what righteousness is. In Deuteronomy 6:25. And shalom to everyone that's coming online. Give me some likes and subscribe to the channel. Only got 2 likes. That's it. Guess y'all don't like me, huh? Y'all don't like the channel? What's up? Y'all don't like the truth? What is it? Read this.
Deuteronomy
This is the word of the Most
6:25.
High. Read that. This is
And it shall
righteousness.
be our
This is
and it
righteousness
shall be
defined. Go ahead.
Deuteronomy 6:25. And it shall be our righteousness if we observe to do all these commandments before the Most High our power, as he hath commanded us.
Right. So he's coming to judge in righteousness. Right? So he's coming back to judge according to the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High that you poach up, you preachers saying that we're not under. Now go to Revelation 19:15. Listen to what he's going to do. And we're going to look at it. And we're going to close out with this because it's very important that you understand the Most High while Mashiach Yahushai to the glory of the Most High. Read this.
Revelations 19:15. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron,
Right?
and he treadeth the
Go ahead.
and he treadeth the winepress of the in Slakia, and he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of the Almighty power.
That's right, man. Look at 2 Thessalonians 2:8. Out of his mouth gonna come a sharp sword. That with this sharp sword coming out of his mouth, he gonna smite, meaning kill the nation. As he come and judge and make war to set righteousness on this earth, he got to bring down all these kingdoms that's on this earth, man. Simple as that. Don't take a rocket science to figure that out. Read that.
2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushai, shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
That that wicked gonna be revealed, man. That has this system under his grips of sorceries, whom the Most High Wa Mashiach Yahushua shall consume with the spirit of his mouth that we reading about, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Okay? Now I want you to go to Apocrypha, go to 2nd Ezra 13 and verse 37 to prove that is talking about a Mashiach Yahushua, our power. Let's read it.
Second Esdras 13:37. And this my son shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations, which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest.
Hear that? This my son in the Old Testament, a Mashiach Yahushua, shall rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations that's in control of the system of running all these kingdoms. Every last king, every last president, everybody that's in charge. He's going to rebuke the wicked inventions of those nations which for their wicked life are fallen into the tempest, fallen into the fire. Read on.
And shall lay before them their evil thoughts, and the torments wherewith they shall begin to be tormented, which are like unto a flame, and he shall destroy them without labor by the law, which is like unto fire.
There it is, man. He's going to tell them what he's already do to them and killing them, putting them to death before he kill them. And he's going to bring them into this tempest that's coming out of his mouth. A lot of y'all think, this is impossible. But it's the Most High's son. Ain't nothing impossible with the Most High. And he shall destroy them without labor. How? By the law. Remember it said he's coming in righteousness to judge and make war. Righteousness is the laws and the commandments of the Most High, that he's coming to judge and make war. No different than what we're reading here. He's going to destroy them without labor by the law, which is like unto fire. Not only that, jump up to verse 5. This have to be prophesied for what the results going to be for those that are involved in helping this system to fight against the Mashiach Yahushua. They're going to fight against him. They're going to make war against him. That's why he coming to judge and make war. No kingdom ever came into power. No kingdoms, I might say, ever came out of power without war. Egyptians had their power. The Syrians came in. There was the next power. Who was next? The Babylonians took them down. Then the Persians and Medes took down the Babylonians. Then the Greeks took down the Persians and Medes. The Romans came into power. Same people, just changed the name. Then the Byzantine Empire came into play. The Dark Ages, the medieval times when the so-called Romans were ran into the Caucasus Mountains, approximately about 193 AD by Septimius Severus. Then you had the Renaissance period until now. The so-called white man coming back into power again. Now, read 2 Esdras 13.
Second
Verse 5.
Esdras 13:5. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Right. So this the army, the navy, the marines, the air force of every nation. They all together to fight on Mashiach Yahushua when he come out to this earth to judge and make war. A multitude from the north, the east, the south, and the west, of all directions of the earth. Read.
But I beheld, and lo, Slakia. But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not.
Because it wasn't a mountain. It was representing the northern tribes, the 12 the nine tribes. Come on.
And after this I beheld, and lo, All they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
That's right. That's all the militaries of all these countries that's going to be together to fight on Mashiach Shai. They're going to be scared of him. Because he's coming into the angelic power, man. The power of the Most High. Like I say, the brightness of his coming, man. To judge and make war. And they're going to be scared, but yet they're going to fight because they're in the orders by the military that they got to fight. Read.
Verse 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
So he didn't have any instrument of war. You see how it go. Maybe he's going to smite them out of his mouth. Come a sharp sword, he's going to smite the nation, going to kill the nations. Here it is right here. It's coming out of his mouth right here. This is what we talk about. Read.
But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
All this coming from the mouth, from his mouth. Come on. All this coming from his mouth. Read.
Verse 11. And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke.
There it is, man. He said he gonna burn them up, man. Nothing gonna be perceived but only dust and smell of smoke. That's the judgment that's coming. Well, everything gonna be, like he said, the earth gonna be at peace. No more militaries. Read.
When I saw this, I was afraid.
That's right. He said when he saw this, he was afraid. So I want to go to 1 Corinthians 5 and 10. 1 Corinthians
First,
5.
1 Corinthians 5 and 10. Yet not altogether with the fornicators of this world.
Second Corinthians 5 and 10. Salakia. 2 Corinthians 5 and 10.
2 Corinthians 5 and 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of a Mashiach Yahushai, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he hath done, whether it be good or bad.
So we must all appear before the judgment seat of a Mashiach Yahushua, because remember the Most High has given him all the power to judge as he would have judged himself. That's why I say he's not doing anything. What he see the Father do, that's what he's doing. What he hear the Father say, that's what he says. Point blank. So the judgment is from the Most High, but he's using the Mashiach Yahushua as the one that's going to bring the judgment to every last one of us. You're going to receive the things done in these mortal bodies. Point blank. Whether it be good or bad. What's good? Show them what's good. So you know you ain't running from what the Most High wrote with his finger. Until this day. Let's read that.
Romans 7 and 12. Wherefore the law is holy, and the commandment holy, and just and good.
Hear that? The law is holy, commandment holy, and just and good. That's what's good. So whatever you done in keeping the commandments of the Most High, you ain't running from that. He gonna judge all these nations by the law. He gonna put all these nations to death behind the commandments. Either you did right, he gonna be saying the commandment as he put them to death. He gonna put Israel together to death, like you said. Whether you done good, You kept the laws of the Most High, or you done bad and not keeping the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. It's very important. Now, get one of my favorites before we end. We're gonna come back there. Ezekiel 22 and 21. Since y'all think y'all gonna get away with all the things that no, not Ezekiel, 22 and 20 and 20 all the way to 22. Let's read this.
Ezekiel 22 and 20.
Mm-hmm.
As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
Hear that?
Yea, I will
Go ahead.
Yea, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. As
Right, man.
silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof, and ye shall know that I, the Most High, have poured out my fury upon you.
Hear that? You hear what it said? He said, as all these metals are put in the furnace and you blow upon it to make it hot as it can be. He said, that's how you're gonna be melting people when he come back to judge and make war. What he say? He just saying gonna be nothing but dust and smell of smoke. That's all that's gonna be conceived is dust and smell of smoke. That's why it behooves anyone to hear my voice and that's hearing, you know, the word of the Most High to take heed to what it is that is prophesied to come. 2 Corinthians 5 and 11. 2 Corinthians 5 and 11.
2 Corinthians 5 and 11. Knowing therefore the terror of a Mashiach Yahushai, we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto the Most High, and I trust also are made manifest in your consciences.
Right. So, with that being said, and knowing the terror of the Most High Wa Mashiach Yahushai that we just heard, and we heard how he wants us to be as Israelites in obedience to him and not be rebellious, which is as a sin of witchcraft, and being rebellious is as having the sorceries that all the nations are deceived by the sorceries and witchcrafts that are upon the people, that we come out of those spells and come back to the Most High while Mashiach Yahushai, by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai, and do what he say do. Say, knowing therefore the terror of the Most High, we persuade men, but we are made manifest unto the Most High by doing what he say do, doing what the Most High want us to do. And our trust also are made manifest in the way you think. And with that, I say, Krum Abanawa Yahweh, Krum Mashiach Yahushai, and Krum Yasharala. And we're out. Shalom.